YouTube, what's going on this morning on this lovely Friday? And welcome back to another edition of Rebuke All Devils Radio, 107.7, home of the truth. And fam, I know we all have been noticing how racism feels like it's ticking up in America, but I got some breaking news. It never went down. We've just gotten so used to it. But with that being said, we still have to report on these stories, right? So, this story, courtesy of Atlanta Black Star. Former Trump campaign manager screams the N-word at black neighbor while in her pajamas. Marches back demanding he delete the video. He didn't, and it just cost her everything. Shout out to Grace for bringing this story, and let's get into the details, fam. A city official in Mentor, Ohio, hurled a racist slur along with a few other choice profanities at her black neighbor over the placement of yard markers, video shows. Kathy Miller, 70, a former Trump campaign manager and a member of Mentor's Board of Building and Zoning Appeals, tore into the man as she removed stakes from his front yard. So look at the humpback of Notre Dame. The real humpback of Notre Dame. And you know, this man just bought his house, and this is what he had to incur. And you know, I remember one time I was buying a property, and I had my business partner with me. You know what I mean? And you know, we looking at the property or whatever, and a potential seller straight up told me that she wouldn't sell it to me. She said she'll sell it to my girl, old European racist woman. She said she wouldn't sell it to me, but she'd sell it to my girl, right? So we still bought the property, and guess who owned it? I own it. Or let me clarify that we own it, you know, because we was buying it anyway. But it was just pretty sad that, you know, we trying to buy this property, and she refused to just sell it to me only, you know. But let's get back into the details. It's just brought that up to let you know that these incidents happen a lot, you know, even in our personal lives sometimes. Ohio resident Kathy Miller was forced to resign after a racial incident went viral. Visibly agitated and wearing what appears to be slippers and pajamas, she yelled, "You can go fuck yourself, you god fucking ass nigger," then stormed off. And she looked like a racist rat that would say something like that. She really does. She looks like a racist rat. Mentor police are going to love this. You know that, right? You're in their files, responded the resident as he filmed her returning to her property. That's rich. You're real mature. You're going a lot of places. Right? As the implications of his words sank in, Miller stopped short before reaching her front door and returned to the man, ordering him to delete the video. He didn't listen. The embarrassing footage circulated across social media and made its way to City Hall. Miller offered her resignation on May 4th after holding the city-appointed volunteer position since May 16th of 2023. Oh, and there go the real humpback of Notre Dame right here. The real racist humpback of Notre Dame. We have an old ass humpback whale over here, a racist humpback whale, right? Man, what is she even doing out of the water, right? But let's roll this clip for fair use and educational purposes, man. And if anybody young listening to this, you do not want to be this lady. You don't want to have a miserable life like this. Roll that clip. Make sure we got the volume and stuff up. Yeah, I think we got the volume up. Let's roll that clip.
You can go fuck yourself, you goddamn fucking ass nigger.
Inner police is gonna love this. You know that, right? You're in their files already. I'm so glad. That's good. That's good. That's rich. You're real mature. You're going a lot of places. You're going places.
She wanted him to delete it after the footage, huh? Despite her volunteering. Miller did not receive some compensation for each meeting attended. She's now lost that too. According to an investigation by local station WKYCG, Miller received 31 payments totaling $1,550 in gross pay through April 2026. In a statement provided to the station, the city of Mentor called her actions indefensible. This is a volunteer, non-elected position whose members do not speak on behalf of or represent it in any way the views of the city. Her behavior does not reflect the values of our community and is indefensible under any and all circumstances. As such, Mentor City Council will act on her swift removal. Rumors have been swirling in comments online that this was not a one-off incident, with several neighbors accusing her of using racial slurs in the past, even alleging that this was her baseline. Miller served as the Mahoning County campaign chair for Donald Trump in 2016, and in the interview with The Guardian from that time, seemed to support this claim. In the resurfaced video, she blamed racism in the U.S. on then President Barack Obama. I don't think there was racism until Obama got elected. We never had problems like this, she said. Now with the people with guns and shooting up neighborhoods and not being responsible citizens, that's a big change. And that's the philosophy Obama has perpetuated on America. No, you lying bitch. There was always racism in what you call America. It was founded on racism. Y'all were the people with the guns who was shooting up neighborhoods. Remember Wounded Knee? Remember the millions of indigenous people that you killed with the guns and the sorcery that you brought over here to Turtle Island, or what some people call Osric, the Bible, and then renamed it America? It's never America, and it's not America today. Just because a European colonist, heathen, says this is America does not make it so. It wasn't America before they got here, and it's not America now. Now, if you want to believe that lie, you feel free to do so. But that's just what the facts is. If you don't believe me, then what was it before the white man said it was America? If you really believe this is America, what was it before he stole it and renamed it? Exactly. She continued, if you're black and you haven't been successful in the past 50 years, it's your own fault. Well, I got some more breaking news for you, humpback whale. There's no such thing as black people, we're brown. And if we haven't been successful in the last 50 years, it's because of the systemic racist policies that you and people that look just like you put in place to keep other people down, especially us, the children of Israel. You know, you do all this stuff and then you try to lie and play like it's not you, right? We have 3 generations of having unwed babies, kids that don't go through high school. I mean, when do they all take responsibility for how they live? Well, guess what? You know how many generations of unwed babies we had when European slave masters was raping the slaves? Huh? Do you remember when y'all wasn't when we wasn't allowed to read or write? Huh? And we didn't go to school because y'all kept us in chains or yokes of iron around our necks and refused to teach us to read and write. Remember that? But then they like to get amnesia after causing all of this wickedness and damage, and then try to play like, well, if you haven't pulled yourself up in 50 years, it's your own fault. No, everything that you've intentionally done against us is your fault. And that's why this understanding that you have that's called America, Amerikka, that's why it's falling right before your face. Okay? She also called the Black Lives Matter movement a stupid waste of time. Her remarks caused a national uproar, and Miller resigned in the aftermath. Now she has another forced resignation under her belt. On the City of Mentor's official Facebook page, one person wrote, volunteer or not, it was still repping Mentor. Not a good look. Other praised the city, where 90% of its residents are white, for its swift action. It's 2026. There is no room for that type of hate. We simply can't allow it. This is not the City of Mentor's first brush with controversy. In September 2024, former City Councilman Scott Mann called a black man a racist slur in the parking lot dispute, prompting him to hit Marn and knock him unconscious. After pleading guilty to felony assault, the man was sentenced to 4 to 6 years in prison, Meanwhile, Mourn refused to step down for using a slur, despite a formal request from city council. So in this case, he called a brother a racial slur, and the brother chin checked his ass, and ended up getting 4 to 6 years in prison, while nothing probably happened to him. Though Miller's spot on the board of building and zoning appeals was volunteered, WKYCG obtained public records showing that she signed employee policies, including a harassment policy, and was paid $50 for every meeting she attended, totaling $1,550 in gross pay over nearly 3 years she served. Yeah, and there you have it, man. You know, this humpback, disgusting whale right here wanted to be racist, and it cost her everything. And that's very good, Kathy Miller, a 70-year-old dumbass racist. You got to welcome to the Rebuke All Devils show. We're glad to have you on the show because we love exposing rat-faced devils just like you. And hopefully, Miss Kathy Miller, you will see this video and take a second look at your racist actions. Okay? You an old-ass, frail, racist rat that probably can't even protect yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself, but actually you shouldn't, because if you act like this at 70, I can only imagine what your parents acted like. I can only imagine what your grandparents acted like. They was racist just like you. The majority of people that look just like you are racist. I'm not saying all Europeans are racist. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But remember, in order for all these people to come together and say, oh, this is America, after stealing your land, that lets you know who your enemies are. That lets you know, if you don't understand it, let me put it on a smaller scale. That's like your car gets stolen, right? And you find your car, and there's about 20 people around, and all 20 of those people say, this is not your car, this is our car. We found this car. This is our car. Guess what? It takes all 20 of those people to come together and lie against you in order to keep your car. You see, that's what it is when they try to say this is America. It's all of these European heathens that's coming against the indigenous people, trying to lie and say that the land of the indigenous people belong to them, when it never has and it never will be. And if it belonged to you, then why are you not indigenous to these lands over here if it belonged to you? You can't come over here and steal something that says yours. Because that's exactly what you nasty-ass racist Europeans did. And tell me I'm lying. Look at your own bloody history and tell me I'm lying. You caused rape, robbery, murder, and destruction across the whole planet. There's not another race of people that's been as evil as y'all. And you know everything that I'm saying is true. Everything that I'm saying is true. There's never been a race of people on the planet as evil as you Europeans, you Romans that killed the Messiah, our Messiah, and colonized the whole world. There's never been another race of people as evil and wicked and has spread and shed much blood as Europeans have. And they try to stand up in front of cameras in a suit and tie like they some kind of godly, just people. No, you're the devil the Bible speaks of. And if you don't believe me, just look at your actions. With that being said, man, everybody have a great day and a great weekend, man. And look forward to the next episode when we can expose another rat-faced devil like this. Look at her nose. Look at that rat nose she got. Look like she just wanted a piece of cheese, don't she? All right, man, let's get off here, man. I've probably been on there too long anyway, man. With that being said, shout out to all my subscribers, caring subscribers. Thank you to everybody that's, dropping comments and messages and all the views and stuff. I really appreciate that, man. Thank y'all for everything y'all do, and I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.